welcome to Roll Call!
Roll call!
Performance check, where we love you, Colonel Sanders. And we're back with our dating sims from our Valentine's Day stream. And oh boy, am I excited to get back into this. I'm also joined by Sammy.
Hello.
Who plays Chet normally in the campaign, and Tristan.
Bonjour.
Who does not play a French Soren Thunderfist in the campaign. And they're going to be here, to be a part of this and react along with me and help guide me into finding true love with that studly man, Colonel Sanders.
Well, because isn't it Chet the one who's in love with Colonel
Yes.
Sanders right now?
It is Chet's in love.
I'm Colonel Sanders. You're the dog. And the monster.
Sam is the dog.
And
the best friend.
I don't
And
freaking
Sam's Chet.
remember.
We'll get into it. Continue. Oh, look at that good food. Mm.
Look at those biscuits.
Now
Biscuits. I want biscuits. I do not have KFC today. You find Colonel Sanders outside, sitting in the quad.
Last we saw, we fought a sport monster.
Yeah, right? Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I'd like to come outside and to look at the school buildings. I think of how my story will continue on after I've graduated. There's you, Sammy.
It sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say, we definitely got to do that. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone, together for the first time, you figure out now is the perfect moment to show him your personality to him. Nag him to show your own strength, woe him with a big idea. I think that's what we did. We wowed him.
We were modest but thoughtful.
Then we're going to be modest but thoughtful. You're Chet. You're going to take the call.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food.
Oh, here. Now you've got his attention.
The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect.
Hey, Brandon, might I suggest moving the
I did.
camera to the... Okay.
Don't worry. I appreciate the compliment, Chet Boone.
I'm sure you'll be a big success.
I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. This might be a little previous from where we were because how the game does save. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. Yep, we're back at this. Where we had to cook.
We are way far back.
It's okay. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I blow it?
You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe
me.
pieces for the crowd of fans you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creation.
There's sprinkles.
Who sounds like Swamp Hag?
Yeah.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena! For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair out!
Oh, that's right. We ditched Miriam for Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
Naturally,
it was
Miriam looks
after
over
all
to
this
you.
that we fought the spork.
But unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders.
Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is? Me and you, if that wasn't clear.
That's totally what Chet would say.
It's exactly what Chet would say. Wanna be my partner?
In life, in love.
Sure, Chet Boone. I'll prepare our station.
Chet.
Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Pop! And the robot. That's right. We're gonna go with the robot. We're gonna go with the robot. And I remember what happens to Pop, and I'm not gonna say anything. Hello, new partner. Beep bop. There's you, Tristan.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my, 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Marion's partner? Clank.
Frank.
Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
We're totally shacking up our best friend with a robot.
Sex robot.
A warforged. Made for cooking. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, 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 warp.
Hold on there, fellas. We don't even know what the assignment is yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzzz.
Tissue? I hardly know you.
Clank judders and the panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection.
Looks like you two will be fine.
That's why we didn't go with Pop. We don't even know how old Pop is. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? We did that one, the grandmother's. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, he got hearts!
I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes.
Mashed taters.
And gravy.
I couldn't imagine one without the other. Just like you and me, Colonel Senpai.
Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away.
I'll go get the potatoes.
I'll get the taters.
No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
You need better hobbies.
Oh, what was Ashley's voice? I think Nancy did
what about,
Ashley's voice.
I
Yeah, I
she
think
like
she was
Jessie
like
from
Jessie
Team
from
Rocket.
Team Rocket. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking.
Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders?
We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business.
Sanders' heart is my business. And you better keep your fingers off my man. This was definitely you. You just did like the most classic voice.
Just the change of music.
Yeah, you did like the, did someone call you, like did like a really dumb guy.
Right. Did someone call for me?
No, geez, Van Von. While I'm over here crushing Chet Boone's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley and Van Von. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Chet Boone was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring.
I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, baby, I can teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha, doubt it.
I also love Colonel's face right now. He looks just like every single anime character just goes like and in spite.
Right.
I will say that it's taken me this long to realize that Van Von is a JoJo reference.
Oh, he's definitely JoJo.
Yeah.
It's because I don't watch JoJo.
Don't be rude, Van Von. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever that Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. We turned to Colonel Sanders in this one, didn't we?
I don't remember.
I think we did because he's right here and he shuts down Ashley.
Yeah.
So we turn to Colonel Sanders. Ahem.
I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's respect the format, okay?
You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose another two. Sorry.
I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right?
A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Chet Boone as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Chet Boone's natural talent, or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed and boiled the potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth, brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork for that small moment. All of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift the heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. Also, he looks like he's crying. If you notice, yeah.
Pretty sure he is.
And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van Vaughn, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van Vaughn tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity?
Hold on right there, Chet Boone. We do not waste food in the room cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have potato face? Van Vaughn rushes back over, a covered dish in hand, being JoJo.
Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacles of octopus in my silky seawater salad. Plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef of an ancestor.
What the hell? He just went Super Saiyan. Oh, you ignore me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite. And you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Vaughn and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic.
Too late. It has been eaten.
I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good.
It killed him. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite.
I'm the murderer.
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice that the tip of the tentacle is being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain just for a moment. It is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd as they are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kind.
I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here! Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all of his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and a little more than spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today.
Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them.
They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him.
Colonel Sanders,
Yes, Chet Boone.
there's something I need to tell you.
Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first.
Oh, geez.
You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world's ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights. Like, so many weights.
And using my stand, the piece of crap. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star.
Hey, no, you. Shut up! I'm the one who's to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
Are we forgetting your cooking literally killed a guy?
You can't prove that.
That's like what kind of stance is that?
That is a JoJo stance.
Bernadette? Van Von! Colonel! Ho!
You thought it was me, Colonel.
It was actually me, Van Von. I guess Van, if it's a JoJo reference, Van or Von Von. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh.
Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa. The sport monster is here to fight a hero.
Poor Mike.
I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds.
How dare you threaten me just as I was laying down my guard to connect with another chef on an emotional level?
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I am a monster.
Good job, bud. That's what I want to say to the monsters. Good job, bud.
Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence?
But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack!
Yeah, I think when we did it the first time, we tried to defend at one point. It was pretty useless.
Yeah.
What attack will you use? Cook with love. 1 damage.
I think all it does is 1 damage to the entire
It just got real! That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes in the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. I don't see we have a health, so I'm just gonna keep attacking.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That worked last time, right? Cook with love.
Love.
Does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is feeling really threatened by your attack. Focuses their mashed mind and draws an energy from Mother Earth itself. Wow, they go larger and more intimidating. Attack. Cook with love. I love how it, like, at this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. I love how detailed the art is, but I also hate it.
Yeah.
Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to run, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster use Utilitensile. And damage, 2 damage. If you take much more damage, you will not going to survive the battle. I also, like, think his breath smells like old gravy.
Yes.
Tried to go on the attack. Again. I think cook with love. Spork Monster's oozing cheese sauce on the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean this up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its alternate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Hot Pie Power Pinch!
Man.
Hot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated.
You saved me.
An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Did we spare him or finish him?
I think we spared him.
I think we did.
So should we spare him again or should we kill him? Nah, let's spare him.
Yeah.
He'll come back later, hopefully.
Yeah.
You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath.
Be gone, beast. And don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. Foreshadowing.
I will forget this and certainly won't be back like you said.
The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item and appears to be the first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover to find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out appears to be Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly.
Good night, my colonel.
In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird.
No, you must love better.
Yeah, this is where we ended last time. It was right before this, so...
Yeah.
Yes, this is what we did last time.
You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? Were there hearts there before?
I think
Oh.
so.
Also, there's BTS just on the wall.
And the chicken attack video.
No chicken attack! And then there were that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? Probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank.
We did it, guys. Mission successful.
Yay, sex robot.
Like him? Like?
I know it sounds like it's moving too fast. There's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders.
What?
Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school?
I am not surprised by that.
He grew a mustache in 7th grade.
Oh, but that does make complete sense.
Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at his school he didn't even go to. And also, the convertible himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade.
What?
Wait, he was also the convertible he rode in? I'm so
Did I read that right?
I think.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker
Okay.
language translation there.
Okay, so it wasn't just.
Yeah.
Either way, maybe it'd be best if you could slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
Are
Don't
you?
follow this game's advice. Do whatever you want. If it feels right, do it.
You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now?
Oh, she looks so upset.
We definitely connected yesterday.
We fought the giant sport monster.
Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Wow. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. And that's not just me reading that. I'm telling everyone at home, you are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real.
Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients?
We're not telling her what the secret ingredient was.
No, God, we're not.
Your bestie's eyes light up.
Secret ingredient?
I'm sorry, we're in this game to fall in love with Colonel Sanders. I will absolutely throw her to the curb.
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here?
Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with your family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical gardens where I was walking.
This can't be good. Tristan?
He told, yeah, sorry, we were getting some lag.
Nah.
He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices.
Oh boy.
The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals. And if I did him a big favor, he could get me some, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home! He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted.
Cocaine.
That's opium.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
It's cocaine.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, and now we're like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Are they actually implying that she was with the drug runner?
Yep. That's Ronald McDonald.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. Besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone.
Damn straight.
Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders.
No.
Make up a fake ingredient.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about?
It was I've Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do?
I have Newt? Wow!
Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm what she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air.
Empire!
Colonel Sanders, he's arriving at school on a horse.
He's on a horse.
Run to him or admire his...
Stand back and admire his majestic glory.
Is that what you want to do, Chet?
I think Chet would stare at the majestic.
Chet would stare at his majestic glory.
Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right.
What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you. Dang it, that's just what I said.
Dang it! Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you.
Oh, Chet Boone.
Just gets really nervous around people they like.
What? This is not helping!
I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it.
She gives you a wink and a smile as to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and I guess we're just gonna call him Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, like summoning a demon bad.
I didn't know Cal was in this.
I mean, look at her. That's Cal.
Sure.
She's
That's true.
wearing all red. You try to get a peek over Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming.
Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you just make like a bee and mind your own wax, okay, honey? That's not how. I don't know what. Act like you're.
Yeah, act like
That
I'm
one?
interested.
You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise. Excuse me, an excuse.
It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn.
Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules?
I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you.
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil.
You're bad. You're supposed to be JoJo. Apparently you're Dio. You finally get a look at what they're hiding. You instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster.
That's the same book I found last night in the quad. He says stupidly aloud.
Ashley immediately elbows Van, who hides the book under his desk. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and it contains... Its contents are secret. You notice they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall. They're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry, he rolls right over Van's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts.
Oh, he's crying. That's bad for your servos.
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
Bzz, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer.
Oh, you said
Womp
worse.
womp.
You said new. No, your mother was a stand mixer.
Whir, bzz. Van jumps set to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them, she says with her eyes looking like she just murdered a man with her bare hands.
Just It looks like what's her face from My Hero.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal that the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now and I hope you're ready to learn.
Why?
Oh, why not?
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. As
Give
he
him
catches
that.
his breath, Sprinkle regained control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. The Ch3ck!
Champion! You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do.
Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name.
What? But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Chet Boone.
Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Pepper?
A shimmering pepper.
A brightly colored pepper stands out in front of the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out to grab it and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper might has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever your trip through the universe. My friend.
The
Whoa.
Corellan Reaper.
This guy again.
Right?
I'm here to give you the most important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is...
Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat.
It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill... the prophecy. You must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone staring at you.
The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever.
Guys, we did it bad. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement.
Today's lunch will be prepared.
Via timed competitive cook-off! Do we step up?
We're telling them to shut up.
Or shut up?
Oh, I don't know.
I say we step up and show them what we've got.
Alright.
We're still hallucinating from the pepper, it's fine.
A little bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it.
I'm not the fool, you're the fool! Fool?
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Chet Boone. I'll
You're
be
the one who
watching
likes my gumption.
your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court.
Finally, little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer.
Oh god, okay, hold on. I'm hoping this is still turn-based. I don't actually have to do anything. But if I do, I'm ready. Just then, a huge red light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready."
That's what I'm talking about.
Aroo!
Larry Nixon from Futurama.
Arrgh!
Stand corrected.
The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. Now this is my chance to shine. God, her thighs are just thick.
Right?
Look at her stockings are.
Three C's on those thighs.
I'm concerned about the hatchet.
Oh God, I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
It's got a heart on the end.
Yeah.
I will defeat you myself. You had this chicken and you made mashed. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, if the timer's run down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Which one? 100.
100F.
Wrong.
What?
What were you thinking, Ch3ck? Get your head in the game!
You're going to need to season the chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11 herbs and spices. That's right, you may not know all the ingredients yet, but you at least you're heading in the right direction.
Tail wagging intensifies.
Now you've got the basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Trust!
Village trust? I don't know.
I'm begging you to get it together.
Get it together! Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes.
That's rooting for Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. Yeah. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from every day. You meditated on his advice. You draw energy from that place. A small town, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's right. Yay!
Aroo.
You try to shout the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of a success? Sizzling.
Yes.
What?
What?
Don't make me get the spray bottle.
Yep. Try again. We're gonna try this again. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck?
How are you supposed to know these?
I guess we should have been, I don't know, paying attention.
Yeah, let's just get through this as fast as possible. Like, because we've already done this, we don't need to repeat it.
Aroo.
Aroo.
Okay. I think it's 100 seconds. No, it's
No, so
100
it's 100
Celsius?
Oh, 212 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, 11.
Gratitude? Vigilance? No, it's gratitude.
Nope, so it's gratitude. We're gonna have to do
Yeah,
this
we'll
a
have to
third
redo
time.
it.
That's okay.
We're finding out what all the wrong answers are.
Bubbling?
Mm.
Silence.
So it's silence.
Alright, so let's try this again.
Okay, so we got all the answers.
Yes.
We're gonna crush them now. How are you supposed to know that? Oh!
Aroo.
And we're here. Okay. 11.
11.
Another one.
Vigilance. Oh, which one?
Gratitude.
It was gratitude.
Yeah.
Fall down.
Aroo!
Aroo.
Silence.
Oh, when they eat it. I believe in you, Chet Boone. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. And all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonsful of gravy will it take to... Oh, God. You're saying a desert island with only one desert... dessert. Which do you take? What a hung... I don't think we can really pick these.
No.
I know, right? You know what? You spoke on the... That's you.
You should be focused on the challenge. You're falling behind.
Woof woof.
You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. Take a time, you toss your baking soda in a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes!
Zzz.
I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch.
Where?
You might not have any hands, but Chet Boone does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
I don't think we could really change this. There's an
Yeah.
easy way and the hard way. Don't get too far. You don't get too far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands in the mixer and rescue your dough before it was overmixed. Oh God.
Ch3ck, oh no!
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, you
no.
just broke your hand. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult.
Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over.
What the heck?
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on.
Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Chetwood's injury.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Chet Boone to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream two ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly.
I hate it.
Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you! As he places a sauce-covered finger on his lip, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache.
Internalize the rage.
Internalize it or put yourself between them.
Internalize, I'd say.
Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. And they fall off around your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed by your and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you're under the quad to be alone. Wow, way to go, guys.
What the heck?
The beautiful weather.
Think that our burning internal rage is gonna burn our eyebrows off.
Or
The
you
beautiful
know,
weather.
Hitting the right answers would
Right.
cause us to destroy our hands.
The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out.
I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef.
What is fryer?
I have a lot of questions.
Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before?
That's exactly what I think.
Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in a culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight.
I didn't know.
I hope those are all true.
Maybe, actually. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I've resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from getting the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man with a crisp, white suit can be proud of. He looks very panicked.
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as the moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scar for the night before you prepare for those. It's the Spork monster!
Borko?
No.
Borko?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
that's you.
It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after my whole fight dinner thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
What?
What's the deal with Spork
Oh,
Monster?
thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right to attack.
Oh, could we have not done that?
I know that you're strong and cooking good is that it can put a person under a lot of pressure and stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever. But I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kid with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was transformed forever.
A magic spellbook.
Precisely. I had procured a copy of it for myself, and somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful theft, and I shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile.
I hate him.
If you need me, don't fear, I'll be there.
Stop
Was
it.
having an intimate moment with the colonel.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Chet Boone. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside the Sanders home, surrounded by his thing, you start to feel a special bond with him.
It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Look at he is must.
Picture of the baby.
Got a goatee.
Can we take a sidebar? And if the Colonel was alive today, how do you think he'd react to this game?
He'd probably be like, what the actual fuck?
He'd be like, did this make me money?
Whoever came up
Yeah.
with this game, I'm literally about to kill you. All right. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching. Never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Is this gonna be Chet's famous bowl?
Chet's chili.
Famous bull! Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing.
It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps.
Nashville chicken.
We're revealing it, right?
Yeah.
You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with the Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach in your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day.
I present to you my
Oh.
original coleslaw.
Okay.
The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. As he's crying. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy.
Sure, why not?
Just a lone spoon sitting in his fridge.
Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping and ruin everything you've been doing.
No, don't snoop.
Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. What am I tapping on?
Like
We have
the
the...
chicken.
Not the urn.
You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it wasn't just realistic, it's real.
Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive.
We're checking the urn next. A little note clipped to the chicken foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Urn time! You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty. When you wipe it off, you can read the instruction. It says, "Here lies all the ash. Here lies the ash of all my past careers and business failures."
Poor guy.
That was not as I thought it was going to be. Candle?
Candle.
It's a great
A scented candle. He would pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of '69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's burp redacted. Tap on an item. The door opened. Do we continue to snoop or go into the door?
Let's not go too far into that room, because we still have the window, whatever's next to the candle, and some of the pictures.
A lock of silver hair was woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. The outside.
Yeah.
You gaze at the window across the vast lake and the mountain range beyond. Just then a ghost of the student pops up. Are you thinking of heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?
Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you?
I could just tell you my name right now. It's...
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something?
Poor kid.
You open the window, a crack, and the ghost of the student is swept out with a breeze. Now we just have the pictures.
Yep. Just work our way through.
Oh, there are three. Okay. A normal little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and the mustache combo that he sports, you figure it must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe a little old drumstick seems to be like he's waving a rattle.
Who frames a baby picture of just themselves?
Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right?
I mean...
The photo appears to be of Colonel Sanders. He's got an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt?
Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices.
He's old! One of the framed photos shows an old man that looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. No, they're not. They are happy.
They are saying...
You look closely and see there's a short inscription.
I wonder who my friend Pete is.
I assume the guy on the picture. Clearly.
This is much where he keeps a secret recipe. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? And then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. You find in a single note. Can chicken be prepared
Sashimi
style?
Did we just break into a safe?
Yep, we did. That's it for the room, so it's door time.
Door time.
You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and you find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on. And he wants you to taste it. You try and act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. It
Oh,
looked
gosh.
better on my floor after you wore it.
It's gonna be like the commercials where he's just one of many colonels,
Right.
and you're gonna be the next colonel.
Probably.
Oh, no.
Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. Big move. Now's your moment.
Big move.
I cast fireball. Big move. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
This isn't that kind of game. Now we blame you for trying, but still. Oh,
Oh, really?
that's some crap.
That is indeed some crap.
We had to go all the way back
Wow.
here.
Wow.
Don't worry, I got this.
I believe in you. I believe.
Spork monster. No.
There were no other
Spork.
decisions we had to make other than looking around, so.
Yeah.
Oh, we had to reveal it.
Reveal it, yeah.
Don't worry, I got this. Don't worry, guys.
I believe in you.
It's redacted. Time to steal his stuff. That's it. Okay, now we're back.
All right.
Fess up and tell the truth.
That would be
Yeah.
Chet.
Yeah.
You confess.
I think I've developed feelings.
Oh, I thought that was the big move.
That's
did
what I
too.
thought the big move was.
Is the big move
Wait,
just
what
getting
did they
naked?
think the big move was?
Take it off your crispy skin, apparently.
Okay.
Oh God.
I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself.
Colonel,
Yes, Chet Boone.
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence!
Oh, we didn't see what he was cooking. It's probably chicken.
I would imagine. You wake up to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Do you make the right decision? Did you, yeah, to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Burp. In some jurisdictions, burp isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast. Your mouth waters at the sight of it. He is a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's literally what you serve every single
I was
day.
gonna say, does KFC have a breakfast menu?
No. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Flatter him!
Flatter him.
Take him down a peg.
You know, I think we might make a great team.
A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? This is all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day left of school, after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night.
I fucked the robot!
I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got so worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
Clearly don't give a shit about you.
Right?
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Wow.
Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl.
So does that mean there's an impolite and disrespectful dial?
God, I hope so.
Yep.
But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short,
What?
he took me skydiving with his friends and things quickly spiraled out of control.
What?
Oh no.
Did you just say skydiving? Is it that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker?
And now I'm not really sure where...
What the hell? You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story ever. Bottling up the details of your own might is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You whore!
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers.
That's Chet. Miriam tells you to move on with this whole current. Wow. There's no other. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. Oh dang, we're no longer friends with her. Probably because we picked Colonel Sanders on everything, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking up Pop. They're picking on Pop, though he himself might not grasp the fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away.
I'll have my swirly with Sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a tweet. You can get your swirly dip too.
Ooh, that sounded sexual.
Why don't you pick on someone your own side?
I want a big
Who exactly is Van Von
I knew it was gonna because I'm literally the biggest person at the school.
This is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. Who would... No, there is that horse. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You got some nerves, Chet Boone.
So just not pick on such a defenseless horse.
You guys are real dumb.
Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well give up.
I'll never give up, ever.
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears that things are going close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Chet Boone, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Oh, jeez.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? This is where we play Yandere Simulator.
Yeah.
But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
Derivative.
It was clear you're passionate about how your food is received.
That's a lot of words to say it was bland.
Excuse me, Chet Boone. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as you walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Chet Boone. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through its pages.
Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic,
Ironically, Chet.
right?
Yeah, right?
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
Ask D&D players.
I can think of one surefire way to find out.
No! You open a page covered with arcane warning. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edge of the page.
I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
Oh my god.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you just do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but despite desperate time calls for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you. Pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't!
Don't do it.
Cast the forbidden spell!
No! You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. Who is that man?
Stock photo numbers of 4.
Right.
He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure
What?
you it's nothing to be afraid of.
His cute little nose scrunches up. He begins to breathe quickly. Do we give him a snack?
Don't give him old homework as a snack.
Give him old homework as a snack.
Do we? I don't know.
Wait to see what happens.
Twinkle stops dead in his tracks. He always on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Twinkle turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom and begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Oh, there's actual words there.
I can't see the actual words right now.
It says, Terrence, I told you never to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again.
After Sprinkles is satisfied with it that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but the other squirrels in the hearing distance, he returns his professional tone.
I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Chet Moon, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see.
Before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class.
How did you remind him of
I don't know. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room.
She making that one?
I told you to save it for after class.
Bzz, bzz.
You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
No. Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. We're...
But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know?
Bzz, bzz.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date.
Beep. Whirr.
Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
Meh.
Sad.
Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the caps in his panel, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Bzz.
Did I just kill Clank?
No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clank.
Chang burps at a completely deep-fried sneaker, considering he himself has wheels, not feet. Not entirely clear where that came from.
In terms of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay.
Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend that he didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over a final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead.
Oh, God.
The final competition showdown challenge exam! I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena!
Before you can think of your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
Hey, Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor.
What?
How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City.
Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
Because we love her.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me.
Oh hell yes we are.
Yeah, screw you, Mary.
Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person, and
Aw.
you shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow.
But he was a talking pressure cooker.
Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
Made of metal and oil.
It's the blood.
And I
of
bet
Clank.
that Professor Dog is gonna love it up.
While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea on how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. There it is, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through the quick test of your recipe you've been working on, Chet Boone's famous chicken pot pie.
So sad it's not chili.
All right.
Yeah.
After practicing
Chili
for
pot
months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
Damn it,
Chet
Sanders.
Boone, what are you doing in here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory.
The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up.
Fess up. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know, my nose can smell a pot pie for 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from an oddly specific man.
You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust.
It's just butter. There's no crust.
And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
Never gonna fail this competition.
Haha! No, I can smell that it was made with a big old heaping helping of TLC.
The learning channel.
No. But it'll probably stop burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow.
That's a thing.
It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got.
Oh, that's not good.
Fight to the death. Kill each other. I don't care.
Murder, man,
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decided that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top shelves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to be going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, registered, fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wars! What? No. Everything.
Yes.
Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend Baster Blaster.
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roid.
No! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all.
What the fuck just happened? Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frankly prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. We learned earlier.
Borko was there to guide us in our journey.
Who needs magic when you've got passion?
I'm going to do it the hard way.
Gonna give to
Colonel Sanders that you've seemed to chosen to win on your own terms. He gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Chet Boone. Miriam
You're so
notices too.
And I've always believed in you,
Chet Boone.
since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
Guys, we're
whatever.
we're crushing it.
Whatever, sidekick.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you.
Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Hey, food shortcut time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
I mean, she's not
Oh,
wrong.
that's sweet, but
Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. Oh no.
It's the secret ingredient.
However, he doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did you get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot. I had to read that first to understand what I was about to read.
yeah.
The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve the Sport Monster.
Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We Sport Monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But we have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I thought I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of cooking a competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. Crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind?
Speaking of sport monster, knows you got a grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscrossing some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salty water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually.
What is
you
this?
know, when I was a little sport pup back in the old country.
Pup? Are you saying that this monster starts its life cycle as a dog?
Well,
Borko-
remember, the
Borko
other
was
one
a
was a
golden
golden retriever.
Yeah, but not a golden retriever. This is a spork pup. But not a golden... Wait, hold on. You can feel the spork monster winding up to tell you a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like the time in monster school when I had to fall asleep during scare tactics, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Goodbye.
Damn it, Steve.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know if you could ever win.
Oh, geez, guys, let's just give up and drop out.
We'll summon extra power from deep within ourselves!
No, that's too hard. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win.
This one needs to go further beyond.
Your hair turns mac and... Oh, we are literally going Super Saiyan. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for...
Yes, Chet Boone, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out.
You interrupted my inspiring monologue.
Sorry.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery.
You begin to levitate off the ground, energy coursing through your body. You know with this power you can do anything. Expect turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, the chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Chet Boone. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all was not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decided that you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it.
But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules have never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts.
Are you suggesting?
If we combine forces, we can form a perfect food union.
Time's up, students!
With time expired is the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank?
From off screen, you hear a pure innocent giggle as you can only come from one student. I'm flying!
Sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging from a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Oh,
Pop, get down from there right now!
Let me guess. Did Van Von have something to do with this?
when somebody asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history. But
At
it's
least-
not exactly yearbook material.
At least they shortened it.
Yeah. Wait a second. Pranks. Pranks. Clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to?
You wait to hear a signature word beep and other onomatopoeia, but there's none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later.
You mean tell me that he's just been plugged in like at all
That
times?
leaves
Yep.
only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects.
How
Dear
do you
Lord.
skydive? Do they just carry
Yes, it has been a long semester.
A generator. Wow. 3 whole days long.
But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat! Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
I'm gonna get real close to the mic for this. That is the most fucking adorable thing I've ever seen in my fucking life.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
What a
What?
terrible name.
Yes, sprinkles, and some green tea made from tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
Even she looks like bleh. And in a flash, the entire meal's been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A plus. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam was overjoyed. She gives Hugh a huge hug.
Thank you
Chet Boone.
for helping me believe in myself.
Van Von, you're up.
Hey, you.
Now, describe your dish.
I made Junie over smooth egg custard in an axe-honed urchin shell topped with caviar.
What? Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Aw, Sprinkles leans into the sniff the uni. But he can't get his nose close enough on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Woof woof.
Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Finally, Sprinkle goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Youch, my tongue!
The professor appears to have an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this! I keep poking my tongue! Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat?
Brutal. Dejected, Van Von does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glamour.
Don't discount simplicity!
This isn't the last you've heard of me.
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley.
Is she
it's
gonna
time
get...
to step up. Now, describe your dish.
She looks so innocent in some, and then... I made orange blossom Turkish delight with a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
I hate it.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile, meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something? Chet Boone, I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it. I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize you were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I would go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. I suppose you could smell it, if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Suck it. Rage takeovers, Ashley. As she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best. But this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. Wendy's? This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
2 chefs? What
What
began as a
began?
bowl
I'll
as
let you.
delicious mac and cheese
Oh God. Has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl.
Just shove chicken tenders
Uh-oh.
in the mac and
I don't have a good
cheese.
feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen. You give me this thing,
Oh no.
and completely blow me away. In my 49 years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced.
Quick,
How old?
49 dog's years of life, he's 7. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass, and you get a pass.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van Von and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? And now that this school year is complete, and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, this humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
DJ Dog is in the house! Arr!
You know the Sprinkles are the master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, dang!
Jeez.
Oh, dang! That bulge! Van Von and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I never actually was a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
How? And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out.
Hi everyone! Everyone, the Stork Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refers to me by my new name, the Party Monster!
Student tries to finish what he has to say, but everyone's too wrapped up in talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Aw, she's adorable looking. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking. And you know she's going to do great. A red carpet rolled out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop is a dirty chef hat.
A crown? Welcome back, Pop! I knew you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's D.
Ah.
Oh, now I get it. And we got a new wing in the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor of such and such.
Oh my god. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. And now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing? I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What?
What?
I actually feel like I knew that the whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to be figuring out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Oh, he's got one red pen to keep the red motif going. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal.
Family.
I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Was there a different ending? No, it's not. Okay, thank God. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Chet Boone, what are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few.
It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love to.
As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Chet Boone.
How sweet. We'll work together and play together.
Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself.
But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is your best path forward?
What? What? Hold on.
What the hell?
Yeah, hold on.
I
Continue.
suppose. I don't understand.
Oh my dear Chet Boone, find your place of bend. Along the way, I'll have you on my. The end. Hold on.
Wait. Now I'm
What?
upset.
Yeah. Like, why would he even help you finish the final exam?
We did everything right. Is there an end? Hold on.
And that's what I'm looking up, is if there's different endings.
No. That's... Oh, cool. You can load at different times.
Okay.
But we did everything right.
How to get true ending.
We might have to do a third one where we play through this and get the third ending.
Yeah.
This is horse hockey.
Like, I don't respect you as a chef.
Like, what?
Excuse me?
You ate my coleslaw and you said you wanted to keep it
Okay,
forever.
so there were a couple of things
What?
that we didn't do that were different.
What? What is it?
Well,
Not
I'm
accepting the
looking-
challenge?
There's different things in all the chapters.
Oh,
You
God.
have to do things exactly right.
All right, so we will do this. And we will come back and we will do, you know, a different time and we'll finish this up and get the true ending. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you guys are excited for next week when we bring you a longer stream of the thing, Tristan.
Oh, when we're gonna try and make DC Universe Online work as we play with D&D characters in the DC Universe
Yep.
as heroes.
So we're gonna get that all set up. So excited. It'll be great. So we'll be back next Friday, same usual time. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the wild chicken and D&D, or I guess the more chicken crazed and then actually getting to know people crazed dating sims we played today. So until next time, see ya!
Bye.